Today we are going to start something a little different. Today we are going to take a journey into the post-apocalypse. Yes, we are going to slide into Mutant Year Zero, a tabletop RPG post-apocalyptic game from Free League Publishing. Those guys set me up with a whole bunch of things. If you guys didn't see that video where I actually got the game in the mail, you can go ahead and check it out. Here is the thumbnail, so go ahead and search through the stuff. I'll give you a link down in the description below for playlists and the whole nine. Hey, welcome to the channel, folks. My name is Servant of Shiloh, and this is RPG Elite. For those of you who might be brand spanking new, this is the place where I focus, put a laser focus on putting the RP back in the RPG. And how I do this is by giving you tools and tips and tutorials and real talk and a couple of other things. You know what I mean? And I do this also so that you can have a more immersive and enjoyable tabletop RPG experience. Now today, anytime I make a character in anything, it means you're gonna see him again, God willing. That's the point. I don't just like making characters and then you never see him again, just as an example. And that's good to do, but I want you guys to see these guys in action. The character that I make today in Mutant Year Zero is one that you will see again if I can get this schedule together, because you know my schedule getting kind of compact, you know what I mean? Now, since this is a character creation video, it might be a little long in the tooth. You might want to grab some popcorn, grab a drink, or just put me on in the background if you just want to listen to me. Character creation videos, they usually take long, even if you edit the things, you know, they take a little while. So push the save button. If you can't watch the whole thing right now, come back to it later. It's all good. I had a lot of fun making this character, and I hope that you will have a lot of fun watching the video. Let's roll into it, folks. Here it is, Mutant Year Zero, role-playing at the end of days. On the other side, I got the question of the vid for you. So, let's roll them. All right, so here we are in Mutant Year Zero. This is the character sheet that I've pulled up. You can see the attributes and all the rest of those things. Now, before you make a character in Mutant Year Zero, it's probably better to not do anything with the character sheet first, but to look over the different roles, which are kind of like classes in Mutant Year Zero. Now, there are 8 roles, and so we're just gonna go through them real quick so I can see which one I wanna pick here. And they have a little, like, really short paragraph, and it'd be good for you guys to see this. So let me pull this up. All right. So let's go ahead and let's go through these very quickly. So the first one here, it looks like it is Enforcer. Every day is a fight for survival. No one knows that better than you. As long as you can remember, you've been fighting for grub, for bullets, for respect. Your knuckles and your soul are hardened. Crushing a jaw no longer hurts. You have learned the fighter's secret. Not about who is the strongest. It's about who will never quit. So here is your brawler, if that's what you get into. If we go down to the next page and we go up here, this stuff begins to matter, because knowing what your key attribute is going to help put your points where you need to put them when it comes to putting your points in attributes. And you also have this specialist skill down here. We'll get to that later. Now, they give you names. Mubba. Mubba? Whoa, what's going on? They give you all these names. You can pick your own, right? But they just give you something to go off of. Some of them you might want to use. It's just totally up to you. The next one on the list is the Gearhead. For other people, the zone is an empty wasteland littered with useless scrap and garbage. But for you, it's a gold mine that is never depleted. There are remains from the old age everywhere, broken technical wonders. You've mastered the art of turning them into new working contraptions. They're not pretty, but they work. Most of the time. And the people have learned to value your craft. All right, if we go down here and we look at the key attribute, it's going to be wits. All right, got their specialist skill of jury rig. We'll look at the specialist skills in a second. Next is stalker. Let them stare at you in disgust. Let them shy away from you, afraid the rot will infect them. Let them fear you like death itself. Let them. They hate you, but they need you. Only you know the way through the zone, the safe paths crossing the gravelands of the old age. You know where the artifacts are hidden. You know where the monsters roam. You are a stalker. Okay, that looks kind of cool. I'm leaning towards this one. He looks kind of cool. I like the concept. Over here, you've got your key attribute of agility and specialist skill of find the path. So they must be specialists in the zone. Got this one here is the fixer. Bullets, grub, water, artifacts, a warm body next to yours. Hey, whatever people want, you can get it. Somehow. Seeing the needs of others and fulfilling them, that has been your strategy for survival as long as you can remember. Since you were a weak little runt and learned to survive by staying close to the strong kids. All right, and they have the key attribute of empathy, makes sense, and special skill of make a deal. All right, go to the next one. The dog handler. If there's something the Ark is not in short supply of, it's wild mutts. Unlike you mutants, the dogs breed constantly and survive by feeding on refuse and, when needed, each other. You can't even remember how your sorry excuse for a dog became yours, but now it's worth more to you than any mutant. You live in a symbiotic mutual dependency. You give your dog grub, and it will tear the jugular off anyone who stands in your way. That's kind of cool. Okay. Interesting. Look at some of his key attribute. Key attribute is agility. Really? Okay. And specialist skill is sick a dog. Sick a dog on you. Okay. Next is the chronicler. Everything must be recorded. All the people do must be taken note of. Nothing forgotten. The elder has been saying that as long as you can remember. The most gifted among you, he made chroniclers, tasked with writing down the fate of the people in yellowed notebooks. You have filled many books by now. The elder will soon be gone, but you won't betray your pledge to him. What have you got here for our key attribute? Empathy. And specialist skill is inspire. All right. Then you have the boss. We know what that is, right? Human civilization may have collapsed, but the world hasn't ended equally for all. Some lead and others follow. Now, as in the old age, you lead. Through intrigue, manipulation, and naked violence, you have convinced a gang of mutants to follow you as their leader. That doesn't mean your life is simple. There's always another boss who wants to break you or some underling who wants to take your place. All the time, baby. And we have a key attribute of wits and a specialist skill of command. Last on the list is the grunt. It feels good to work hard, to toil with your bare hands, to have a purpose to build something new among the ruins, among your fellow mutants. Still, somewhere deep inside, you have a dream of another life where everything could be different. I have to make a decision as I'm going through these. And I tell you what, the ones that I'm attracted to like Chronicler, I'm attracted to the Stalker, maybe even the Dog Handler, Gearhead for sure. Yeah, Gearhead too. So you know what? Tell you what I'm going to do. Since I am attracted to these ones, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm not going to choose any of those. And I'm going to choose one that would probably be the least desirable for me. So let's be a fixer. All right. That's it. So we are going to be a fixer. So the role has been chosen. So we're going to move over to the character sheet and we're going to start filling stuff out. Okay, so let's go down the list here. And since we are going to be creating a fixer here, I know that empathy is going to be its key attribute. So this is how this works. You get 14 points to put into your attributes, however you want to put them. They can be no less than 2 and no more than 4, unless it is your key attribute. Your key attribute can start off at 5 if you would like it to do so. Let me go ahead and I'm going to put in how I'm going to distribute these 14 points, and then I will be right back. All right, so this is what I have here. I put 5 into empathy, may as well. I put 4 into wits, put 3 into agility, and I put 2 into strength. So that is going to be how I'm going to distribute these points for this fixture's attributes. Okay, so next on the list are skills. Now you have 10 points to distribute between all of your skills, and they can go from 0 up to a maximum of 5 in terms of strength. Now you can use skills that have a 0 in them by just using the base attribute that is tied to them. So if you wanted to fight and you just had a 0 in it, then you would just roll for your strength here. And that's what you would use for your fighting. The only one that you can't have a 0 in, if you want to use it, is your specialist skill. So my specialist skill here is make a deal. And if I wanted to use make a deal, I would need to put at least 1 in the skill. So I have 10 points to distribute with all of those, specialist skill included. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to be right back. All right, so this is what I have come up with. I put 1 in move, 1 in shoot, 1 in sneak, 1 in comprehend, put 2 down here and make a deal, my specialist skill, and 3 in manipulate, and 1 down here in sense emotion. So the only one he doesn't have with empathy, which is his main one, is heal. But I'm getting a picture of this character. And the other thing here is that let me go ahead and put his role up here. Forgot to do that. And also, I think he's rank 1. I think we start off at rank 1. And I got a name for him. Milo. Oops. Put an 8 in there. Milo. All right, so this is what we have so far. And we're going to move on now to our talents. So when you start off in Mutant Year Zero, you only get 1 talent. And these are talents specific for your role. So I am going to pull this up here for the fixer. And you can choose 1 of these. I think you can get talents later on, but you only start with 1. So let's look at these. I got Juicy Info Talent. It says choose 1 important NPC of whom you have incriminating information. Decide the nature of this information together with the GM. Don't overuse this hold over the NPC. It could come back to haunt you. All right. Then you have the Vicious Creep. When you manipulate someone and give him doubt, he suffers 1 extra point of it. Then you have Wheeler Dealer. When you use the Make a Deal skill to make small business on the side, you earn twice as much of the commodity you choose. All right. I think I'm going to go with Wheeler Dealer here. I am, because now I'm getting an idea of this character in my mind, and I think I know what I want for them. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Wheeler Dealer. I'm going to go ahead and make this and put this over in this right here. So I'll be right back. All right, so here is Wheeler Dealer. And if you just click on that, it has the same information right here. So, okay, we're good to go. It's got modifiers and things here, but we're not going to talk about that today. We'll talk about that later and how those work. But okay, so now he has his talent, and I've got an age for him. He's 20, because in Mutant Year Zero, nobody is over 30 except the elder. There might be somebody else like out in the zone or something like that, but we're talking about what is near the arc. We'll get into all that stuff later on. Milo is going to be 20 years old. So when you start your journey in creating your character, Mutant Year Zero, you get one mutation. You do not get to choose this one. This one you have to roll. It's a mutation on purpose. You don't choose mutations. It's something that happens to you. If you wanted to have an extra mutation, like 2 mutations, then you can go ahead and decrease one of your attributes here by 1 to add an extra one over here. But I'm not going to do that for Milo here. We're just going to give him just 1 mutation. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to click on the mutation so we can take a look at this. Okay. And this is the full mutations list, and you have to roll a D66. Now, a D66 is by using one of the colored dice as the 10s and the other one as the 1s. And since there's only 6-sided die here, you get a 11 through 66, which is what it would be for those 2 types of dice. Since you have to roll, I'm just going to use the yellow one as the base die, and I'm just going to use this green one, the skill die, as the 1s die. So the base is the 10s die, skill is the 1s die, and we're going to see what we can get. Okay, that looks like a 41. Reptilian. Oh, man. All right, reptilian. Okay, so let me go ahead. Let me create the reptilian mutation for him. Let me do this, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've got it right here. And so let's go ahead and let's take a look at this mutation and what it does. So it says your body has inherited traits from reptiles. You can change the color and pattern of your skin like a chameleon. You automatically succeed on a sneak roll. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay, that's kind of falling in line with what he wanted, what I wanted for him. This is dope. Against you are performed as in total darkness. I don't know what I just said there. You need to be mostly naked. The effects last for a few minutes. It costs 1 MP, which is a mutation point. You can contort your body to push yourself through a hole or passage only a few inches wide. Cost is 1 MP. Or you can entrance a humanoid at up to near range with your reptilian eyes. Your victim suffers 1 point of confusion per MP spent. And actually, I should have just put the cost in here. But we're going to take a look at Milo here, because I went ahead and also made a picture portrait for him. And the best way to take a look at him is to drag his token out here. And right down here is where you can see him. Okay, so this is Milo. You can see his green reptilian skin. He wears this mask. He also wears these goggles most of the time. Now, reason why he wears the goggles is that the eyes that they are talking about here, yeah, he doesn't like to freak people out so much. And so it's better for him just to keep the goggles on. So we're going to move into some of the other character info that we should fill in here. So let's do this. Now we're getting ready to look at some of the relationships to PCs and some other personal things about Milo. So let's go down here first to relationships to other PCs. So you can choose from the options below or decide for yourself. So let's see what they have here. Scammed you out of some bullets. He's going to pay for it. Yeah, okay. Saved you from trouble. What does he want in return? Is your way to the top. Stay close. Okay, an individual is, okay. And is stupid and easy to manipulate. Oh man, that's not really nice. I think I have one, a custom one, because you can put in a custom one. You don't have to choose these if you got one in mind. And I do have one in mind because he's really coalescing in my mind right now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write this out real quick and you guys will see it in 1 second. Okay, so this is one that I made up. It says he has something or she has something I want. Just waiting for the best moment to acquire it. Yeah, that's Milo. That's how he does things. Nah, me. Okay, so let's go up here to relationship to NPCs and see if there's anything that we can grab here. Okay, so it says you hate. Okay, so I hate the fixer Milix who owes you bullets but won't pay up. Okay. The boss Jahamid who double-crossed you and had enforcers beat you up. Oh, shoot. Say what? The gearhead Pontiac who never delivers what he promises. Ha! You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut and paste this. The boss Jahamid who double-crossed you and had enforcers beat you up. Yep. That is exactly what I'm going to do. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so we got that down here. Probably going to have to unbold that. I'll do that in a second. Let's go see who I need to protect. So let's go down here and see, okay, the enforcer Jonats, you need him and he needs you. No particular reason why. Okay. The stalker Yasan because of the loot he can find in the zone. Oh, well, that's a given right there. Yep, that's right up Milo's. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut and paste that one. That one works. All right, so we went over here and we fixed these other ones so they're not bolded, so that looks a whole lot better there. Okay, what's my big dream? Let's go down here. Can we find something down here that, you know, we might want to take? It says to make a big deal enough to give you bullets to last a lifetime, and yes, bullets are very important in Mutant Year Zero, or to one day become a boss and get a gang of your own. I think I have something in mind. Let me go ahead and type this in. All right, so what I put in here says to set up a big money-making racket, to have this kind of business that is always bringing in the bullets, because I put money in quotes there because the bullets is really what you need in this game. And he does have a bigger dream that is tied to that, because something that's tied to that is finding Eden. Now this goes to the lore, but he's in my head now. I know exactly who he is. He's in my head. Let's go ahead, and it says you start the game with 2d6 bullets, 2d6 rations of grub, and a d6 ration of water. Okay, so if we go back here to roll, let's just roll 2d6 here, and let's roll 2. And let's see what we get as far as bullets. Okay, so we got 6 bullets. I'm just going to write that down for right now. All right, and let's go ahead and do our rations now. And just do the same thing. Ha, 6. All right, and we have 1d6 rations of water. So let's see what we can get there. Ouch. Not so much water. He's gonna have to go ahead and do some wheeling and dealing so he can have enough water if he needs to go into the zone. And we've got right down here, we get to choose one of the following starting weapons. Okay, a scrap knife, brass knuckles, scrap derringer. You can buy extra gear with your bullets. Oh, okay. You know what looking good? The scrap derringer. That is looking good. So I think we're gonna take the scrap derringer. All right, and I need to, okay, the damage is already in there, good, and all the rest of that. Okay, all right, it's good. I think there we are, folks. There we have it. Our character for Mutant Year Zero, and yes, you will be seeing him again, probably sooner than you think. I'm going to enjoy playing this character because it stretches the role-playing muscles, and I like that. That's why I went in the opposite direction. I was like, you know, I want to do something just a little different. And so I want to encourage you to do the same thing. Sometimes just don't go for the character that that's the character that looks cool, that's the one I want. Do something different. Stretch yourself a little bit. Stretch the imagination. Stretch those role-playing muscles. All right, well, if you got any value out of this video at all, or any entertainment or anything like that, then go ahead and do a brother a solid. Could you please? Could you go ahead and smash that like button, please? Also, if you want to stick around for a little while, then go ahead, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Question of the vid is a simple one, right? We had all of these roles, 8 of them. And so we went through them, gave you a little short snippet. So which one would you choose as far as the one that you are leaning towards? And then which one would be the least desirable for you? Because that's the one you probably should choose if you want to flex the muscles like I've been talking about. Nah, I mean, all right, folks, that's going to be it for me. I got to get out of here. Tomorrow, I got to do a little bit of flying to Georgia. My son is graduating from college. What? So we're going to go down there real quick and then zoom right back up here because I got videos to make. Nah, I mean, so let a brother do his snuggle puss.
So exit, stage left.
If you got a game this week, y'all, happy gaming. I hope it's an RPG elite session because those are the only sessions I like to play. You know what I mean? You know, that's just the way I am. Hey, I'm just keeping it on 100, all right? So until next time, God willing, on Friday, Classic Tabletop RPG Day, I am going to say peace 5,000 Leets. I'm outie.